Hey everybody, I have been spending so much time talking about annuals, I have completely neglected to talk to you about the perennial house. This is greenhouse 7, and there are some amazing perennials. And perennials are those plants that you plant once and they come back year after year. So I wanted to show you what's blooming and what some of my favorites in here are, because these are going to be some plants that maybe you're less familiar with, and there's just some really beautiful plants here. So I'm going to show you right now. I will start over here with the heucheras, and these, as you can see, are known for their incredible leaf colors. There is so much diversity in the leaf colors. It's simply amazing. And then they also get flowers. So you'll get some pink flowers, and then there's also some darker pink flowers. Some of them are going to be more yellow or white or cream. And then there's some like this one way over here. This one is called Ruby Bells. And this one has one of the reddest colored flowers that I've seen on a heuchera. And then over here, I'll show you, this one is one of our most popular ones. This one is called Paris. And Paris has that nice kind of bicolor leaf, these beautiful pink flowers, and it's a rebloomer. So those flowers kind of keep going throughout the season. Another one that's a lot of fun is this one here. It's called Hercules. And Hercules has that splash pattern on the leaves, and then it gives you these nice pink flowers as well. So a nice, beautiful option. And then let me walk on down here. What else can I show you? Some Stilby. Oh, I'm always enjoying the Pulmonaria. This one is a variety called Spot On. It's from Prue and Winters, and it has kind of these two colors of flowers. The flowers do get bigger than what you see here. And then this one over here is called Shrimp on the Barbie. So what I really like about them though is those leaf patterns. So you can see two different varieties, two very different leaves, but both with a really great pattern on them. And then we do have the Dicentra, or Bleeding Hearts. And so we have two pinks and a white, and Bleeding Hearts are one of those flowers that a lot of people have had in their families for generations. And so it's one of those plants that really makes you think of family, especially up here in northern Michigan. And it's one of those early blooming flowers. So it's always nice to see. Over here, I want to show you, this is a columbine, but this is a beautiful yellow one. And here's another one down here. Let me just move that leaf there. They're just such beautiful, pretty flowers with so many different parts to them. Here's another one in a different color. So you can see they're kind of a complicated blossom on them, but I just love looking at those. Let's see. I'm not familiar so much with the Plumbaginoides, but it has a beautiful little blue flower on it. So that's one I have to look into a little bit more. It is a part sun, part shade. Actually, that's the nice thing about like heucheras. They can take sun or shade depending on the variety. So you always want to check lots of different kinds of perennial Lobelia over here. What can I show you here? Oh, I'm going to show you some of these hardy geraniums. And this one here is called, I think it's New Hampshire Purple. And these are just easy plants to grow. They're really well behaved. This one here is called Carol, is the variety. Look at the stripes in those flowers. They're just really, really nice. And oh, don't miss this here. This is the Paschal flower. Now it's done blooming, but look what it leaves us. It leaves us these really, really cool seed heads, or kind of seed pods. I just really love how those look. So that's something that kind of sticks around long after the flower is gone. And they're really beautiful and just add a little interest in the yard as well. A couple of grasses. Oh, some of the, what are they called? Delosperma, also known as ice plant, but those close up for the day. But they were nice apricot color flowers in there, so they kind of close up at the end of the night. Let's see, what else can I show you over here? We have some echinacea that's starting. That's the cone flower. And let's see, I'll just kind of keep wandering around. This is a ranunculus, which I just love how many layers of petals are in those flowers. They're really delicate and small, but quite nice. This is a new variety of coneflower or echinacea called Tequila Sunset, I think. That's a really cool color. I love how it gradiates from one to the other. Oh, got to show you over here, Gaillardia. Gaillardia has these beautiful flowers, loves the heat, and what's nice is they bloom almost all season. So once they start, they just keep going and going. So this is the apricot, or Arizona apricot. So it's got that yellow with almost like a melon color in the center. And then this one here is the mesa red. There's also like a mesa yellow and some ones that are two colors as well. So this is a really easy one to grow. That's Gaillardia. I think it has another name too. They also call it blanket flower. And then I gotta show you the Veronica. Veronica is just such a nice kind of elegant flower. And so we have it in white and some pinks and some purples as well. And this is one that if you shave it back once the flowers are done, it will rebloom throughout the season. So that's really nice about that. Over here are some of the delphiniums. So there's some light pink, some light blue, but then there's also those giant blues. And you gotta love how those are such standouts. Now, sometimes these bigger ones do need to be staked when you put them outside. So that's one downfall with the delphiniums, but they're still such nice, beautiful plants, and they do so well around here. This is a plant I want to tell you about. This is Baptisia, and Baptisia is one of those plants that it kind of dies back every year and comes back basically as a full shrub almost. And you can see it's just starting to send up some blooms. So these here are some of the yellow ones. Let's see if I can get that to focus. There we go. And it hasn't even fully bloomed yet, but you can see it's really nice. It's also known as false indigo. Some of the other colors are in blue, so there's some really nice options there. And I really like this plant. I love the flower on it. Once these things bloom, basically we sell out because people love how the flower looks. And so that's all it takes is a little bit of the color to show, and they are out the door. And this is another one that I absolutely love. This is an Amsonia, and I've shown you Amsonias before, but this one is very unique. It has the nice little star flowers that are that beautiful sky blue color. But then the interesting thing about this one is that it does get a color change in the fall. So all the leaves turn that beautiful kind of orange and yellow. It's supposed to be one of the most beautiful kind of fall color changes out there, and just a real beautiful one that most of the other Amsonias, they don't do that. So that's kind of an unusual one. Let's come over here. Oh, I definitely want to show you. You probably have seen catmint before. That's a nice one, but I don't know if you've seen the pink catmint. So catmint usually has clever names that have to do with cat. So this one is Whisper Pink, and that's purr with a P-U-R-R. They also have names like Cat's Meow, Cat's Pajamas, all those kind of names. So they're clever that way. Got some sunflowers that are just starting to show up. So those are ones that are branching. And then this is also a sunflower. Look at the leaf on that one. It's variegated, so very unusual, but I kind of like it. In another plant, I'd be thinking, oh no, it's got a nutritional deficiency, but on this one, it's supposed to have that variegation in there. And talking of color and variegation, I don't know anything about this plant, but the leaves on it are just beautiful. I love how it's got kind of almost like a kind of a tiger tail or something in the color there. It's called, let's just take a look over here. I'm looking at Painter's Palette, and it is I'm not even gonna try to say it. I'll let you read it. But really, really nice. And then some Sempervivum, a couple different varieties there, and then also some of the stone crops and some of the sedums. Those are nice because they're so easy. They don't like fertilizer. They don't really like water that much. And then they will give you flowers, usually at the end of the season, but these have been in a greenhouse, so their timing is a little funny. Got lots of Clematis, and actually there's some nice ones blooming over here. So take a look at this. This one is just filled with blooms. The variety name, let's see, is Nellie Moser. So it's a Nellie Moser Clematis. Look at how it has that stripe in there. It's a little bit of pink with a light pink outside. Another one over here, different color. Let me see if I can get to what that one is. Sorry, I'm trying to find a tag. I think that's Bee's Jubilee. So really nice one. But then we have I think 7 varieties of Clematis, including a bush Clematis, which is over by the what was it called? The Baptisia. So let's see, some of the ornamental onions, or these, in this case, chives, are starting to bloom. This one is my favorite. This is Louisia. And look at the stripes on that flower. And look at how many flowers are on each plant. Now this is a small one. It stays like 4 inches tall, and then gets about 6 inches wide. But look at all those flowers. It's a spring bloomer. I mean, that is a beautiful flower. And let's see, you can kind of see, look at that. I mean, that is incredible. That one gets me kind of excited because it is just a bright spot right now. It's beautiful. I'm in love with that one, I have to admit. And then let's come over here. Some of the salvias, those are in blues and pinks and crystal blues. And then over here is the I'm sorry. I am losing my mind here. They're in the dianthus, which is kind of part of the carnation family. So lots of pink colors in these. And a lot of these, you kind of got to check them, but they can be rebloomers. They can benefit from a little trim back, but for the most part, they do send up flowers for a much longer period of time than some of the other perennials. And I'm really impressed with this iris here. So it is called Sugar and something. Well, better look at this thing. Butter and Sugar, as you can see. And the colors on that are really great. Look at how it gets that more yellow as it goes inward. Really nice. Gotta love it. Lots of hollyhocks. Those aren't in bloom yet. Some of the tick seed is. These I always like because the flower is beautiful and they kind of have a little funnel shape to them. So you can actually kind of see inside the petal. Really unusual look there. Gosh, I love the colors on some of these heucheras or coral bells. And two of my favorites are I'm gonna just walk around some of the grasses. These are some of the other climbing vines, honeysuckle and trumpet vine. And so first I'll tell you about the pincushion flower. Take a look at that. That one always has a fun flower head on it, and it has a good look right even before it blooms. Sorry, I'm having trouble getting it to focus here. We'll try it again. Come on. Let's see. There we go. Well, it's in and out, in and out. My phone is very confused right now. This is one of my favorites. This is the Japanese blue-eyed grass, or sometimes it doesn't have the word Japanese in it, but these open up really wide during the day when the sun is out. They're beautiful. They almost look like little irises or something. That's one of my favorites too. It just has a great color to it. So I didn't even get to the rudbeckia, the nepeta, which is the bee balm, the peony. I'm looking at all kinds of plants here that I didn't show you. The creeping phlox, we do have some of that right now. That's one that's gonna be showing up outside that has the carpet of pink flowers in the springtime. So we love that. Saw first hummingbird of the season this morning in here. So they were flying around the salvias. So they love the salvias, they love the coral bells, and a lot of the other flowers as well. So we're excited about that. And I have to say, if you're thinking about perennials, now is a great time to come because we have an incredible selection. This year, Stacy, my sister, spent tons of time researching a lot of extra plants or more plants that we could add to the inventory that a lot of people probably haven't heard of, but they're for our zone. Although I do recommend you always check your zone if you're a zone 4 or a zone 5, because some of these plants are zone 5, but most of them are zone 4. So those are really, really hardy. If you don't know your zone, look for a zone 4 or lower. That'll make sure that it'll survive our winters, no problem. And if you do know, if you live close to the lake or something like that, you might be more of a zone 5, so you can get away with a little bit more. Let's see, what else can I tell you? I'm gonna show you over at the Hosta house as well, because there's some, we're kind of doing it, we kind of rearranged things a little bit this year. So greenhouse 7 perennials, and we made a start on getting shrubs out. This year we're putting shrubs in the back, and we're having hydrangeas in the front, just something different. Sorry if the wind's kind of making a little noise here. And then let me come on in here. So this is greenhouse 6, and in greenhouse 6 we're keeping hostas. Sorry, the place is still kind of a work in progress. We have even our little garbage can here. But this has all hostas, and then in that back corner are the Bruneras. Let me show you those because they are doing something really beautiful right now. So Bruneras are known for these really cool silver and green leaves, and they're kind of like sandpaper. So deer don't like them and rabbits don't like them. So this is kind of the most common looking leaf, but we also have some varieties that are much more silver looking, not so variegated. That's a really beautiful one. And then this one is kind of a bicolor. Sorry, we need to clean some of these. They're getting a little rusty. And that's only because I think we gave them too much sun. These like shade quite a bit. But take a look over here. The Brunera are blooming and they have those incredible forget-me-not flowers. And those flowers, we got lucky last year and a lot of our Brunera actually sent up these flowers twice. And look at how many are on there too. So it's not just like, you know, a little, you know, tiny thing. There's actually a good number of flowers on there for a plant that isn't known for its flower. It's really known for its leaves. So I love the Brunera. That's always a favorite. And the deer hate it, which is even better. So this is a great time to go shopping for perennials. Our selection is definitely at its best. In fact, I had a woman come in today and she had said, you know, my mom, she's a big gardener. She came to help me get my garden started. She came from downstate. She spends all kinds of time at nurseries. And she said this is the first time she's gone to a nursery where she's seen so many plants that she never recognized before, she had never heard of before. So we're going to take that as a great compliment because that means that we're carrying things that not everybody else is. And also that Stacy's doing her homework and making sure that we have some of the new and interesting things and also some of the more unusual plants. So it's a great way to kind of diversify what people have out there. It's not just all the same things in everybody's yard. And also it's a great time because this is the only time of year you can get these 4.5-inch pot perennials. And these are only $6.50. And so that's a great way if you have a lot of area to cover or if you want to start trying some perennials just to see and not put a big investment in those plants. So I would suggest take a look for these pots. They're all, I think all of them are $6.50. So that's really a great price. And once they're gone, they're gone. So we usually sell out of these probably early June. And even now I'm seeing a lot of them kind of disappearing. So we'll talk to you guys all very soon. Hope to see you guys at Netta's in the very near future.